Excellent news. Let the stream commence.
Welcome now to our stream at Machinko's place. It's a dream. Chatting, gaming, having fun. Join the laughter, it's just begun. Now is here, let's raise a cheer. Machinko's dad is full of beer. With a grin that's ear to ear. Twitching fun is very near.
Is in the house, pump it up, get loud, loud, dance until the lights go out, feel the beat, no doubt, no doubt. Let's go, let's show the love we grow, turn it up, party on till we blow, get down, get wild, lose all control, Carrot Juice brings the heat, let's steal the show.
Okay, I'm ready to welcome Navixo back to the stream. Here are a few options, ranging from casual to more enthusiastic. Option 1, casual, welcome back, Navixo. Option 2, slightly more enthusiastic, great to have you back, Navixo. Option 3, enthusiastic and acknowledging previous absence, welcome back, Navixo. Glad to have you back in the chat. Option 4,
Wait, am I an idiot?
a specific event, welcome back,
Oh god, I maybe shouldn't have done that.
was good. If they mentioned the drive earlier, choose whichever feels most appropriate for the tone
I maybe
of the
shouldn't have done that.
You are right.
I'm ready to announce that. Here to be a suitable response. Welcome back, Carrot House 82. Great to have you back in the stream.
Dear old sausage in a pan.
Hey, for what they've
Give
done.
me sausage in a pan.
Dancing on streams, cutie like raccoon power, shining bright, second tunes, all through the night, sound alive.
Okay, here's a response suitable for a stream chat. Welcoming Jeepin247 back up. Welcome back, Jeepin247. Glad to have you back in the chat. You could also add a little something extra depending on the vibe of the stream. Like a welcome back, Jeepin247. Missed your insights? Welcome back, Jeepin247. What's been going on? Navixo, okay, you're clearly reacting to something. To help me understand what that refers to, could you tell me what are you looking at or referring to? A picture, a video, a text, something you heard? Where did you see/hear it? A website? A conversation? A place? What about it is confusing or surprising you? The appearance, the sound, the meaning? The more information you give me, the better I can understand what you're reacting to and explain it to you.
I think the bot's broken. Or should I say more broken than usual. All right, well, hello. Who have we got today? We have, hello Nev, hello Carrot House, hello Jeepin, hello Chloe, Sod Off Bot, PJ, hello. We got a Matin X, and now we got MJ lurking as well, hello. Daft Punkle's arrived as well. We're all here. Oh no, it's a Majenko. It is indeed. Not only is it a Majenko, it's a Zoe.
Back to the stream of ranging in tone.
Pizza, good. Love pizza.
Welcome back, Chloe.
Well, given earlier performances. Yeah, I do apologise for those false alarms earlier on. I was fixing my my Mastodon integration, so it now tells the world that I've started streaming.
Hope you're doing well.
Not that the world's interested, but hey, it's another way of knowing that I've started my stream without relying on Twitch's stupid, useless
Ready for more mention
notifications.
or event from a previous stream. Option
There was no cake indeed. It was a cake-free zone.
to help me tell her the welcome even better. Could you tell me what's the general vibe of the stream? Casual, formal, humorous, etc. Is there anything
What the hell is going on with the bot?
previous stream that
I think I've broken him. I did make a tweak to him earlier and I'm regretting it now.
started? Get ready.
I'm going to undo that tweak, I think. It was a very simple tweak I made. And I'm going to undo it. Right, restarting the overlays. I do apologise. Well, no, I don't. See if that helps matters. Probably won't. Right. Back to Zoe. The bot needs to only respond as if it were a magic 8-ball. Well, tell him to.
Let the sass commence. Don't expect me to be nice.
From now on, pretend that you are a magic 8-ball and respond accordingly. M&S having more outages, are they? Oh dear.
Majenko Tech Outlook good.
There we go, that makes more sense now. Not M&S, Microsoft.
Cannot predict now.
Microsoft, not M. I thought you meant Marks and Spencer's after their ransomware or whatever attack last month or whatever. I thought no, MS, not M and S. Microshaft. Oh. Microsoft's top product, Office 352, because it's been down that long. Yep. M&S are working enough to send Ben discount vouchers and for him to lose them in the M&S bag. You're eating a banana?
Point to yes.
K. Potassium. Ha ha ha. Right, anyway, I've dragged... I nearly said Chloe. I've dragged Zoe in from the garage because I want to do a bit of work on her. I need to remove the video card. I need to remove the video card from it because it's developed what I suspect is exactly the same fault that it had before, which is faulty RAM. So I'm going to take it out, bag it up, stick it in a box and store it away. And turn this VAXstation 2000 into a Microvax 2000. Or a Vax Server 2000, I should say. Or the Microvax Server 2000. The server equivalent of it. Which is basically this computer with no video card and the switch that I've installed changed position. But first, before I can do that, because my terminal server is now in the garage, I need to create a serial cable or serial adapter to go to my computer instead. The RAM is not unobtainium. It's developed this fault once before. I've tracked down exactly which RAM chip had died, ordered a replacement, replaced it, and it worked again. It then just out of the blue suddenly started with the same problem again. So I suspect more RAM has gone. So I'm going to have to order some more at some point and fix it. But it's not really important now because I'm not for the foreseeable future going to be using the VGA output on it to connect it to a monitor or anything. So leave it as a server and configure it as such. I have heard rumours that there is a serial board available which goes in the place of the video card. And it's something silly like 32 port serial board which goes in the place of the video card. So I'd quite like to look out for one of those. Plus, deck boards of this age are so nice to work on, as we've both proven, yes. Well, I had no problem working on mine. It's perfectly fine. But I only had to change one chip. I haven't had to change half the chips on the board like Ben did. So the first job is to make a
Come on, it was not that bad.
serial adapter for RJ45 for the computer, which is null modemed, I think. So I would be starting off with my USB interface, I think, one of the good ones that works. Then adding to that an RJ45 adapter, which I need to wire correctly, and then a length of network cable. You know what would be useful? Live closed captions. There isn't. It's not built into Twitch, is it? No. Some people do it, but yeah, it would have to be done at Twitch side, otherwise everybody would see it. I did look at doing it, but it was a pain in the arse, and I couldn't be bothered to try and work out how.
MJ, without a doubt.
So no, I'm not doing closed captions. It's built into Twitch, but it's marked not available on this content. Okay. I blame the bot. Right, let's start off by hoiking this out. Yeah. No, I'm not going to hoik it out of the way. I'm just going to slide it across, I think. Put it over there. Then we can switch to this view. Let's move my water. I can slide it a bit further then. There we go. Okay, so we're going from this via this into this and then into Zoe. But I cannot for the life of me remember what the pin out of this is. Beautiful cable, yeah. You blame the bot 2, in fact you blame it 3, absolutely, yes. I mean, I could string together a whole chain of null modems and gender changers and 9 to 25s and 25s to 9s, but I'm not Shelby. That's the sort of thing Arizonans do. I don't have the hair to be Shelby, not anymore now. So what I'm actually going to do is I shall test this, I think, by just doing a plug it in and hope kind of thing to make sure I get the right alignment and right arrangement rather before I actually clip it into the header. Right, it's this one here, isn't it? There's the pin out of the network cable. Test it by ramming bits in. Yeah, sounds like G-pin, absolutely. The serial adapter tower of shame. So I need to couple that with actually, what am I doing? If I scroll down a bit, I have it's a Hot Rocks. That's the DB9, except it should be DE9 adapter as a DTE.
Hot rocks go.
Right, microphone time. Right, let's see if this works.
The sound of gun and cannon fire fills the air, along with billowing clouds of gunpowder smoke. Out of the foggy gloom come marching dozens of soot-stained and slightly singed yaks. The burning figure of a politician, screaming and flailing, comes tumbling out of the red-hued sky to land limply before the crowd. A Morris side of goats bearing sticks and hankies arrive, doing the dark Morris. Finally, a figure dressed as Guido Fawkes emerges. "Prithee vote for less politicians, good people."
Hello, Hot Rocks. Raise your glass to that one. Here, here. Right, so yes, I have the pin out for the DTE. And the way this is actually arranged, I only noticed this the other day, but on the RJ45 side, it's a complete reversal. Every signal has its mirror image in the opposite pin from the opposite end. So CTS is on 8, RTS is on 1. TX is 3, RX is 6. So to change it from one type to another, you just literally flip the whole thing over, which is quite clever. So first things first, need an exploding tubes train, absolutely. First things first, I need a small screwdriver. That one might do the job. Poke it into that. And I might, if I am lucky, be able to extract. No, let's try the other one. It's a bit smaller. Come on, out you come. Out you come. Why won't you come out? That's for the actual November the 5th, yes. This is the lockpicking lawyer, and on the bench today we have an RJ45 adapter. I'm going to click out of 1, click out of 2, a false set on 3, click out of 4, HPAC, I've got too many wires for RJ45. Why won't it release? They normally release pretty easily, these. I normally fall out quite easy. Let's see if I can release it from this side instead. Grumble, grumble, grumble. I've never had one be this awkward before. Grumble, 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 I've got diesel, yep. Now I can never remember whether it's a clip that I need to lift up or a clip that I need to push down. I normally just jam this screwdriver in and it releases like that. Got it. That's enough out of you, yeah. Okay. So, pin 1 is... Actually show it up here whilst looking in here. Pin 1 is this one here, which is white, I do believe. No, it can't. Is it? Looking into the adapter, with it that way up, that way round, that's where I was going wrong. Blue is 1. Well, you say that, Hot Rocks, but this is cheap Chinese shit, so the colours are meaningless.
Thanks for enduring those.
But I was holding the connector backwards, that's where I was going wrong. I was being an idiot. Okay, so I'm going to wire this one using the DTE, but do it backwards. We live in Ben's world, yes. I shall try it backwards. If that doesn't work, I shall flip it. Big Clive where he finds red is negative and black is positive. Yep, it happens. So this is pin 1, so I'll pretend it's pin 8, which goes to CTS, which is also pin 8. Now, can I remember which way around the pins are on this one? It's 1 is that corner up there. So 8 would be there. 2 is DTR, which goes to 4. 3 is TXD. Hang on, no, that was wrong. I didn't flip that one. That's DTR, which would be DSR, which goes to 6. This one is 3, which would be TXD, which is now RXD, which goes to 2. Then these two here are ground. I shall leave those out for the moment. Next one is RxD, which would normally go to 2, which is now TXD and goes to 3. Then we have DSR, which is now DTR and goes to 4. Finally, we have CTS, which is now RTS and goes to 7. These two are ground and both need connecting up. And ground goes to pin 5. But so does this one. Now normally I would cut one and semi-strip the other, but I don't trust my strippers to do this job anymore because they're too good. So I'm going to try doing it manually. Okay, let's wake up my other camera, shall we? Right, where are we? There we go. So I have... Let's zoom out a bit. There we go. I have semi-stripped it. Well, I've stripped it without cutting it. And now I'm going to take the red one, cut it off about there, and then we shall work on stripping this up to about here. I could use my strippers for this now, but they're in my toolbox, and there's a load of crap on my toolbox. There we go. Will there be heat shrink? Actually there could be, since I don't have this in the adapter yet. Will that go over? It will. So now all I do is just wrap this around. Wind it round, wind it round, wind it round, and I don't even bother soldering it. It's fine. Who needs solder? Just wrap it round. Except it's... well, it's CCA, so soldering it is just really not an option anyway. Because it just turns black. A little bit of heat shrink over it. Get the old hot air blower thing. You know, this is the neatest one I've ever done. Normally I just leave them dangling. Okay. So now this can go into pin 5. If it works, great. If it doesn't, then we need to swap it around. So let's put this back into here where it came from. Get it into the guides. Or if not the guides, then maybe the scouts. Up another part of it so it feels right, yeah. It's not right with it neat like this. It's not hacky enough, not janky enough. Okay, that's in there. Those are all in there, nothing touching, good. It's new, it must be a brownie. So this goes into the debug port. That goes into there. Removes a fly from the serial socket. Port debugged. Alright, power. Goes into here. USB. Can go into here, I think. Okay. Is this a Canadian pocket knife? Well, funny you should say that. Funny you should mention that. This was bought back by my parents when they went on holiday once to Canada. And they went up the Jasper tramway. It's even got my name on it. So yes, there is a piece of Canada here. What am I doing? I want that one, don't I? See what happens. Uh, 9600 board. We'll see if anything comes up when I press this button here. Do we get anything? Nothing yet. So maybe it doesn't want this specific arrangement. Let's just check that we don't want the hardware flow control. Is this working? I'm not sure this is doing anything. Hang on. The fan not spinning. The power is on, but the fan's not spinning. Hello. Fix it stream time. Well, it was working earlier. There's power, but I don't hear the fan spinning, but maybe that's normal. Let's reverse this connector then. Russian roulette, chocolate edition. Tim Tams, but one of them has Vegemite in it. Oh, nice. Okay, so we start again with this. This time we do it as is written. Starting with blue, pin 1, RTS pin 7. DTR pin 4. TXD pin 3. Ground pin 5. RXD pin 2. DSR pin 6. My headphones are about to run out of power. CTS pin 8. Although last time my headphones told me they were low power, it told me about 4 times before they finally died, with about an hour between each one. Okay, we'll see what happens now.
It seems like Chad is having a Vegemite-fueled debate about culinary crimes. Someone might need a Tim Tam to calm down.
Make sure nothing is short-circuiting there. That looks good. Okay, back to there and power on. Marmite is the food of the gods. Takes a few moments before it starts its self-test. Not normally that long. There is power. The fan isn't spinning though. Okay. There is power because I get a light on the blue SCSI. The CD drive works. There's plenty of power there. Let's turn off hardware flow control again. Ooh. Okay. Weird things happening here. Make sure there's no shorts between any of these pins again. All clear. Turn it on. Looks like a baud rate problem. Either that or it just doesn't like this adapter, which is possible, but I've had this adapter working fine on other things. It's possible it doesn't like the adapter. I can plug it into a real serial port. I'm going to hardwire this into the actual shell now, I think. So I think the wiring is right. We're on 96008N1, but it is probably because it's a USB interface. They often don't work, but this is supposed to be one that does. It's one that I've had working on the PDP-11, so it should be fine. Okay, let's jam this together.
Adverts are now playing.
So I'm just going to reach around the back. Let's just give you a quick reach around and plug this up the back end.
Come on, it was not that bad.
No, it was. And that button there, no, that button there. Oh God, Windows. Kill it with fire. Putty, serial, 9600, COM1, open.
During those ads.
Yeah, it's just a serial port adapter. There we go, you can see it now. Right, I'm getting lots of errors on here now. The most notable one is, of course, the graphics card. Hey, Vital Caneve! Yes, you did see the false start a couple of hours ago. Right, so we have a way of viewing it now. I can start the dismantling process.
Like a king. Enjoy the VAXstation tweaks.
So we abandoned the serial adapter, the USB serial adapter, because it's just crap. They're all crap, every one of them. I need to make my own. I've got a plan. I have a plan to make my own serial adapter. Maybe one day I will. Make my own terminal server, basically. That's the plan. You'd rather have a flan, wouldn't we all? Which button do I want? That one there. There we go. Right, so I want to dismantle VAXstation. Let's start by taking off the SCSI terminator. My little serial port adapter here. Serial and VGA adapter. And the debug serial adapter. Oh, second low power from my headphones, that's the point. I need to plug them in. Which means I'm going to have to put you onto echoey audio. Let's turn the amplifier on. There you go. Might all be a bit echoey now. Right. First stage done. Codename Serial Killer, yeah! Now, what I want to do is create a 6-port terminal server, basically, made out of a single PIC32 and a bunch of serial line drivers, and not a lot else really. A very simple design. Oh, and a USB port, of course, because everything has to have a USB port. Manual Goldstein. Why did I take that out? I don't want to take that out. That one stays in. You're distracting me by talking at me and you're putting me off. Stop it. That foot stays on. These feet we take off. I also want to reattach my blue SCSI because it keeps falling off. I would quite like to replace this with an actual physical hard drive sometime. When a certain somebody gets me a 50-pin SCSI drive. Four screws out from the underside here. They certainly built these things like brick shithouses, didn't they? I think this is the cost-reduced one. back down flat, spin it around, and pull the top section away. Something for MIT engineers. Right, next, the top section. Oh, I'm fair worn out just doing that. Right, disconnect the network card. All 80 pins. And I think we are ready to lift. Everything's out there, isn't it? Yep. No, I removed the wrong screw this side. I removed the one from the floppy drive. Oops. Which was silly of me. Let's put that one back in, I think. Yeah, we are lifting and separating. And get the switch out to the back. There we go. And we're done with that section, which even without a hard drive in it weighs an absolute ton. At this point you'd have broken out the electric screwdriver, yeah. I don't have one though. I mean, I have this, which I really love, but it requires two hands to operate, and when you're on a Lazy Susan, you need a hand to steady it. But this has got a very cool function, if you can call anything about a screwdriver cool, where if you hold this part of it and turn, the end of it turns really fast. So you can really whiz them in and out fast, but you have to hold this part of it for it to work. And you can't do that if you're using this hand to hold the Lazy Susan still. Okay, let's take it down another stage with this one here. You thought it was a certain YouTuber based. No, it certainly isn't. I don't own one of those. This was about £5 from the local hardware store. And I prefer it to anything that comes out of any certain YouTubers' channels. Right, disconnect the NVRAM battery, and we remove the motherboard. And oh, I found a switch. That shouldn't be in there. A spare switch that I must have left in there. Same as the one that I've got on this piece of wire here. Okay. Don't know why that was in there. And there is the heart of the computer in all its glory.
From Athens globe.
Hey, PC.
PC Mothers knows what vintage means. Old machines with stories to tell. Now the stream's alive and it runs so well.
So we have motherboard, we have video card, we have memory expansion.
Floppy this to a warm CIT.
Welcome back.
Remove the
Enjoy the
memory expansion card.
Additive circuits, chips divine, retro bytes with their Greek design. Razor glass, enjoy the theme. PC Mothers powers up the stream.
And then we can take away the video card. 4 little clips. And lots of leverage. And then redo the clips at the back that have just re-clipped themselves. The video card. And this is the RAM that's died. That's the one that I've replaced. You can tell it's at a slightly different angle. And something on here would have died. I don't know which. It took a while to track it down last time. I can't be arsed this time. So it's going to be, for the time being, put to bed. Does the motherboard come with turbo? No, it comes with go slow. Oops. So this can go into protective bag to keep it safe. And then it can go into protective box to keep it safe. And then I shall get a Sharpie or something similar if I can find it. That'll do. VS2K video, there we go. That can go and be stashed away. Right. Scratch the vinyl. No. Okay, right, what else wants doing on this while I'm inside it? I don't think anything does at the moment. Although I still would like to put this switch somewhere better, but if it's going to be a permanent server, then I don't know if I want to be... If I want that switch in server mode. Yeah, I should do, really. Buggered the focus. So maybe I'll take this little bit off that I put on and just put a jumper on. If I can remember which way it needs to go. Resembled an IBM model. This is VAXstation, this is. The VAXstation 2000 motherboard. Let me just see if I can find my manual for this. In server mode, magic or more magic? Well, it changes how the licensing works. So, in workstation mode, it limits you, I think, to 2 user licenses at a time. But in server mode, I think you can have more. Let's see. Documents, hardware, computers, VAX. VAXstation 2000. And it's... Which one is it in? technical manual, I think. Oh, this is a ropey copy. Configuration jumpers 4.7. System jumper 3.2.3.3. No, that didn't work, did it? How is the battery in it while I've got it open? The battery isn't in it while I've got it open. I've disconnected the battery. Three, 2, 3, 3. Okay. So VAXstation 2000 system jumper with it up. Microvax 2000 system jumper with it down. So yeah, if I take this off here, get this the same way around. I found my little pot of jumpers, by the way. Finally found them, which means that the emulator now has actual jumpers on it instead of that janky crap that I had before. Oops. So let's put this little green one with a tail on it, and it wants to be in the lower position. There we go. Right, so that is now fixed in server mode. So let's put the memory upgrade back in. The emulator board looks good. It does. It's looking really good. It's not working yet, but it looks good. Right.
Thanks for enduring those.
We'll get the shell back with the network card in it, with its janky hacked together daughter board. Factory fitted janky hacked together daughter board. And yeah, there's the battery, which I've completely replaced because it had leaked and corroded. So reconnect the battery. And there's nothing of note in the NVRAM anyway, only the boot settings which are irrelevant. Nothing from Chloe. Chloe, are you feeling all right? I was expecting something from you then. Yes, you. When I said the word irrelevant. No? No? Nothing? No Flanders and Swan from you. It's not irrelevant, it's a hippopotamus. I'm disappointed in you, Chloe. I really am. There we go, thank you. My day is complete now. Let's reconnect the Ethernet. Okay, and this goes back into the unit. Oh. Good choice of transport of delight there, Chloe. A good choice of transport of delight. Okay, let's put this all back together again and see if it functions. I stopped where I'm requested, although it spoils the ride, so I can say get out of it. We'll fall right up inside. Yep.
It seems like Chat is having a mainframe event. Lots of reminiscing about IBM.
Personally, I'm a bit of a fan of the Armstrong and Miller parodies of Flanders and Swan. Right, I think that's all in place now. Time to get screwing. Why can I never get this one to line up right? Where is it? Where is the hole? Oh, it's backwards, not forwards. That's why I couldn't find it. I got it too far in, not too far out. There. Actually, let's zoom out a bit for you. Doesn't really help though, does it? Brits are weird. Yep, we are. Go and look up Flanders and Swan. They're on YouTube and Spotify and what have you. They were composers and performers of comic songs from the sort of 70s, 60s, 50s. They had some very famous ones that you might recognise. Most famous being Mud, Mud, Glorious Mud. Mud, mud, glorious mud. Nothing quite like it for cooling the blood. So follow me, follow, down to the hollow, and there let me wallow in glorious mud. You must know that one, surely. That'll be content match now, won't it? Are these too short? That one looks to be too short. I haven't heard that since you were like 5. Absolutely. It's a classic. Flanders and Swan. I have performed their works at a number of parties over the years. Always good for a laugh. No, that's a short one as well. Yep, I've done that one, The Gas Man Cometh. 'Twas on a Monday morning. I can't remember the words now. The gas man came to call. The gas tap wouldn't turn, I wasn't getting gas at all. Or something along those lines. I can't remember. No, that's... I'm lacking a slightly longer screw. How about this one? No, that's a short one as well. How come all my screws are so short? How about this one in the front? Is this longer? A good circular song, yes. That's a longer one. There it is. I knew there was supposed to be a longer one somewhere around. Got the book of the piano music downstairs somewhere. Right. Those are all in now. Let's put on the blast shield. G-Pen, calm down. Go and take a cold shower. You're incorrigible. Getting this lid on is a painful process. Got this silly lip thing at this edge that you've got to get the shielding the right side of and slide it inside, and it's not too bad on the system unit because you've got the lower section which keeps it all lined up, but on the other units which don't have this lower section here, it's almost impossible to get them in. And now a song of reproduction, yep. That would definitely set G-Pin off again, that would though. Yes, there is rust on her. She really, really wants to be stripped right back to the bare metal and repainted. Because there are, this is the better of the cases. I've basically got three cases. One has this lower section, the others don't. One has a hard drive in it and one has a tape drive in it. The upper portions are all identical on them. But this is the better of the lids from all three cases. The others have got severe foot damage, shall we say. In fact, has this one got some foot damage too? Probably. Yeah. From where the other units have been stacked on top and the feet have fallen off because they've rotted and whatever, and the screw that was holding the foot on has scratched all through it. So it really wants a complete respray, but it's got this slight texture to it which I want to preserve if at all possible. So finding the right paint is tricky, to say the least. Now, at the moment I've got this taped on to this piece of ether foam here, and it's not taping very well. So I could do with finding a better mounting solution for it. But it wants to go right here at the edge, so that the SD card pokes out of the slot at the back. It's fine when it's this way up, but as soon as I turn it upside down, it starts to flop and eventually falls down. But there's nothing really to mount it to there, unfortunately. Because the only real mounting points are at the back here, miles away from it. Or actually there is there's a post there, isn't there? A screw post there, but there's nothing there to actually screw to. Right. So we'll put this back together and see if it'll boot up and what it thinks of it. It may just say sod off. Switch is refusing to establish an aggregated link. Oh dear, that's a shame. What kind of switches are you using? Probably something far too modern for my liking. I'm currently pondering the idea of 2 gigabit fibre connections between my room here and the garage at some point in the future. Maybe, possibly. Because I've got the GS724T Netgear, which has 2 SFP ports on it. And hopefully another one coming at some point if we can ever meet up, Chloe. And then I could stick 2 fibre connections between them and get 2 gigabit. Well, hey, 2 gigabit fibre links to run 10 meg over. Well, the thing is, I've got Delroy in the garage, and Delroy now has, I can't really say big hard drives. It's got big-ish hard drives, 2 terabyte hard drives in it, in a RAID 5 or a RAID Z rather, which is my backup of my backup server. It's my 3rd layer of backup. So currently it's just a Wi-Fi connection. So getting the data from my server up here down to there takes weeks. So I want a faster connection to there, basically. And if I'm putting one fibre, I might as well put two fibres and have redundancy and higher speed. So, no, I don't want FDDI. I just want a simple fibre network connection. Have I had a haircut? No, I haven't. I was supposed to be having a haircut yesterday. But I had a call from my hairdresser first thing in the morning. Oh, Mill, can I put you off until another day? So I've not had a haircut, but I'm due one desperately. But I've taken my headphones off because the battery's gone flat. That's probably why it looks different. So I've got nothing holding my hair back now other than the grease where it needs washing. Right, we're ready to test this out now, see if it boots up still. And see what errors we get from it. Now that it's in server mode with no video card, it should think that it is a server. Powering up. Yeah, I know, it's just, that happens to be what is on the machine that's got the real serial port on it. We're still getting an error on 5 and 1. And I don't know why. Most of these other errors are because I've disconnected the NVRAM, so it's forgotten everything. So system and NI. Oh yeah, that's the I've got no Ethernet connected up to this, so it's going to fail on the Ethernet port. The Ethernet port is going to fail, but this sys one I'm not so sure about. But let's try booting, see what it thinks. Actually, that's not happy on this blue SCSI. We're not getting SCSI coming through. Oh, you know what? Probably needs the terminator. I've not got the terminator on. Let's terminate the SCSI bus. It might help things.
Sorry you all had to sit through those ads.
Poor goat. Termination's what you need. A weird UI glitch? I didn't see that. Right, we've got less errors here now. We're still seeing potentially bad. Yeah. Not able to boot off the SCSI. Why not? What's going on here? Probably the cable at fault. Where I was yanking it around. There we go. Oh, no, is it? No. Yeah, no, it's going off ESA 0 now. There's definitely something wrong with the cable on that. definitely something wrong with the cable. Let's have a look. No, let's go to there. Let's flip her over, because the cable is a little bit on the stretched side. I could do with making a new cable, actually. This is actually a cable that I made myself, but I didn't quite make it long enough. So it is a bit stretched. I've done it again, haven't I? That foot stays on. Alternative would be one that's several miles too long, yes. Quite. Let's pull the whole thing out. How do I find them? They're not bad, they're okay. I've got so many of them though that personally I would rather have it direct into a micro socket, but we can't have everything. I'm seeing too many devices on the bus. All those devices shouldn't exist. Or I'm seeing no devices on the bus. Right, I've taken out the card and I'm seeing just the CD-ROM now. I shouldn't be seeing anything. Oh, hang on. Where are we? Ah, I think I know what the problem with that is, actually. Let's put that back in. Run T6. Let's do B/0 DKA0 because we've lost the NVRAM, haven't we? So it's probably sticking some strange stuff in. Whoa. Now we're getting weird things. Okay, let's go through these. T51, DK2, T52, 0, T53. Can't remember what T53 is. Flicking through the manual, looking for 53. Maybe in the other manual, in the system manual. Got a lot of references to 53. No, I think I've looped. I think most of the references are to RD53. Let me just grab the system guide. In the meantime, T54, no, T55, T56, T57. T50s, well, that's what I was looking for. That's on 0 at the moment, that's right. But what was T53? It's... No, T53 is the reboot. Yeah, I remember, that's the reboot policy. Whether to start booting or to go to console or what. So I'll leave that as 2. But why am I seeing so many things on the bus? I shouldn't be seeing anything on ID1 because that should be the tape drive which isn't plugged in. 2 and 3 should be hard drives. 4 and 5 should be empty. 6 should be the CD-ROM. And 7 should be empty. But as soon as I plug the card in, I get all that lot. I see flashing on the drive access light on the blue SCSI, but it's not how it should be. What is going on here? I'm not 100% happy with this cable, to be honest with you. Geez, have a redo from the start. No. Maybe I need a Ben. We all need a Ben. And this was working when it was in the garage. But it's decided no now. Halt. Instruction. PC181. Thank live few sausages and he shall appear. The Ben summoning. What's going on with this? Let me check the other end of the cable. Make sure nothing strange has happened with that. I can also plug a USB cable into the blue SCSI and get some debugging out of it. Yes, it probably is. Well, it's more than likely the SD card, the blue SCSI, or the SCSI cable. And most likely to be the SCSI cable, because it's one that I made. Let's put it on its side, I think. Actually, maybe before I do that, I should grab a USB cable. Plug it into the blue SCSI.
It seems Majenko's bots are experiencing some UI glitches and existential crises. Perhaps they need a few sausages to lure in Ben for assistance.
Oh, hello. That's not normal, is it? I didn't think I had devices on all these. I thought I had it on 2 and 3. Well, let's pop that out. Let's pop it into here and have a look what's on it. I was messing with OpenBSD and things, wasn't I? Oh, I don't want to open that. Hey, that's probably what the problem might be. Although this is working downstairs in the garage. Although maybe I had it set to SCSI ID 7. Maybe. Let's just try that. Although I don't need that OpenBSD one on there anymore because it's didn't work. Let's boot up. Press that. You know what helps? You know what will help with the booting up? Plugging in power and plugging in serial. Oh, the fan's working now. It wasn't working before, the fan. Now the fan suddenly kicked in. This is weird. Okay, T56. SCSI ID 7. That looks a bit more like what I was expecting to see, with a 5 over there, and one of them on FFFFF03. Boot DKA2. There we go, that's what it was. It was the host SCSI ID. Oh God, don't ask him that.
Jeepin 24/7 cannot predict now.
Oh, he still thinks he's an 8-ball. He still thinks he's an 8-ball. I think. Either that or he's just generally broken. He does that when he's broken, I think. When he's just doesn't know what the hell he's doing. Right. Date is 29 OCT 2025 and it is 2038. And it should complain about licensing being invalid.
Ads have started. Jeepin 24/7 reply hazy. Try again.
No, he's 8-balling, definitely. He thinks he's an 8-ball. I told him to pretend he was an 8-ball earlier, and he still does. He's a little behind the 8-ball, yeah. Just a little.
Thanks for enduring those ads.
You have an 8-ball, how much for a gram? Reply hazy. Cannot predict now. Cannot predict now. I called it. Cannot predict now. If the 8-ball is serving as ads, we truly live in dark times, yes.
Medjenko tech understood.
Be an upgrade on the current algorithms, yes. More normal, yeah. It'll never be normal, just a bit more normal.
Jeepin 24/7, that's a sequence of FS, so it's pronounced as a long drawn out
Hold on. I maybe shouldn't have.
Chris Waddle. Chris Waddle. Buttress Gali. All the networking's going to fail because there's no terminator on the Ethernet. Within the same ballpark as normal, yeah. Yeah, we are in server mode. In fact, I might already have the license on here for server mode, since it's not complained. Type B. Yeah, we're in VMS. I've got the license for the server on here already, that's okay. That's why it wasn't complaining. Right, so that's working. Something I want to try. I'm currently running in debug mode, due to me using this specific serial interface. I want to try running not in debug mode. Which means the serial console actually comes out on a different serial port, and I don't know which one, but I think it's one of them on this little contraption. There's a special pin connected on this interface which puts it into debug recovery mode. So I'm going to try a different port and see if I get console not in debug mode. Just pick one at random and see what happens. Do we get anything? It looks like not on that port. Let's try this port. Is there anything happening? Yes, there is. Right, that's the console port then. The grey one is the console port. So we should be running in non-debug mode. I don't know what the difference is. But I'm thinking what I might do is take away that SCSI ID 0 drive and maybe move it to ID 7 and put the host adapter back to 0, which is the default. So next time this doesn't confuse me. I think that might be the sensible option. So next time it doesn't confuse me. Runs a pole. Yeah, I'm confused. Regardless, I'm confused. I'm always confused. I was born confused. I should really wait for this to boot up and shut it down cleanly before I start messing with things. Waiting for a clean shutdown? Weirdo. I know, but I don't want it to get corrupted. I like this installation. It works. It took forever getting it to work with the SCSI. Had to patch things, which was not nice. Do I have a backup of that image? Not in its current state. I do have a backup of the just installed version of the image, yes. Well, let's stretch this out a bit. They're in this zip file on GitHub. So they are well backed up. Along with the patched ROMs and everything to be able to get it working. You had a plan royale around 11:30, and then had toast with Edam on it. Oh, yum. Around 4 o'clock. Really can't face trying to make food and eat it. It's times like this you need to send out. Or just go down to the local garage and buy a pasty. Junk food. Yeah, this has clear as day here. This is a VAX Server 2000. Hardware model type 39, rather than a VAXstation 2000. Yay. So, shut down. That would involve being up to eating it. Oh. Kiddo pickup time. Go pick up kids. That sounds wrong. Go and pick up the kids. See you later, Matt. Thanks for swinging by. Okay, shut it down. Move that over to there. I'll stick that down there. keep things ordered correctly and give that SCSI ID 7. Actually, I don't need this image. I'm just going to not have it. So then it'll work on either setup. And I'm not currently using SCSI ID 1's image. I wonder if I could change... Actually no, SCSI ID 1 I need to remove. I don't want SCSI ID 1 because SCSI ID 1 is the tape drive. So I only want to have 2 to 5 because 0 is the host, 1 the tape drive, 2 and 3 are the main system, 4 and 5 I'm not really using. 6 is the CD-ROM drive and 7 is unassigned and can be the host if need be. So we'll save that. I think I will just take a quick backup of these. Just while I'm here, copy those onto there. Just in case, you never know, just in case the SD card dies. Or rather, just for when the SD card dies. Watching a fun video earlier, guy in Norway ordered a mini digger off AliExpress. Okay. That sounds almost like something that Nile Red would do. Like spending $24,000 on a nitrogen generator. The unboxing was fun. I'm sure it was. I'm guessing it wasn't delivered by his local postman. A 5-tonner which has its own forklift on the back, yeah. While you were out, yeah, we tried to deliver your mini digger. We've left it in your garage. No, we've left it in your greenhouse. To get it in the greenhouse, we first had to demolish the greenhouse. It came in one little wooden crate, yeah. I can imagine the wooden crate it came in, yes. What do you mean couldn't read? Retry. Come on. Thank you. Stupid SD cards. Hydraulic pressure related injury in 3, 2, 1. Crunch. Copying finished. There we go. Okay, let's put this back into Zoe and over to there. Boot her up again. And boot. Come on. There we go. Grindhard Plumbing Co. ordered a mini excavator, mini skid steer and mini dump truck from Temu. They've been surprisingly decent. Yeah. Didn't think you could get that sort of thing on Temu.
Ads are now playing.
I'm going to tell Toyota they can stuff their rental fee for your forklift at work and get on wish.com instead. Thinking maybe Ashens should get a couple of forklifts and things off wish.com and put them on his brown sofa and review them.
Thanks for enduring those ads.
It's better, I can see my screen now. Had the VAXstation in the way on its side like this, it sort of sticks up a bit too far to see my screen. Now I can't see the other screen. Bugger. Oh, it almost came up and then went, sorry, this item's currently unavailable in your location. I can see my screen now. Drops my glasses. Bugger. Well, it's not that bad. I just need to sit a bit further back. Well, at least I can read it in Braille. Hey, CPD 615, is that 15? Yeah. Oh, I don't want that one, no. No, I don't want that. No. That's not suitable. I don't want that one. It's green. I don't want a green one. It's got to be yellow or orange, not green. I don't want a green forklift. It's just no. They have red and yellow. Fair enough. It's only 1,000 Canadian dollars. That's like the price of a Happy Meal, isn't it? Did I didn't do what I want to do, did I? I missed a step. Got 3,652 available, so we can all order one. I can't. They don't ship to this country. Not available in my area. You can't read the screen without your glasses, even if your nose touches the screen. That sucks, yeah. So you often missteps, then fall on your face, which can be expensive for glasses. Yeah, it sucks when your eyes are like that. Fortunately, I'm just long-sighted through getting old.
It seems everyone's suddenly in the market for heavy machinery. Maybe Majenko should start charging forklift rental fees for viewers.
I knew I recognised that quote from somewhere. I was trying to place it. I was almost leaning towards Eric Morecambe. But no, Eccles. Yeah, I can see Eccles, yes. Leaning towards some ESP32s off Harley. Yeah. T56. I didn't do T56. That's what I was going to do. There we go. Actually, I should just be able to do B for boot. Nope, it wants to go ESA 0 for some reason. It doesn't like auto booting off DKA. I think it's because it's never been designed to boot off DKA. I don't think I can send a break on here, can I? No. Can't send a break on here. You can only do a break when it's in debug mode. You're a forklift certified. The guy that tested you did fall asleep in your meeting room, didn't watch you actually drive it, and then fell asleep again sitting on the forklift. He then had to come in 2 weeks later to ask me what your name was. Yeah. It does not like booting. It does not like having that on. Even with the SCSI 0 disabled, it still doesn't like having it on SCSI 0 at all. I don't know why. Oh well, we'll leave it on 7. What's the DAC to? Managed to take one of the wire-guided turret trucks off the guide wire and into the pedestrian safety area. That's a hanging offence, I would say. Every time he complains about having to do stuff, he's sending pictures of pallet lifting robots. Nothing like a subtle threat, is there? Shut up or we'll replace you with a small shell script. I do wish this would boot faster. Used to write down serial numbers on a sheet of paper and then type them into the computer. You got bored of that after the first hour. And now we have a barcode scanner. Yep, absolutely. Absolutely. Zalman iod is failing. Oh no. Is it the drive that's failing, or is it the USB cable that's failing? I'm on the second USB cable on mine. The one that came with it. Oh no, the jog wheel doesn't jog. That's contact cleaner, bit of deoxit. The USB cable that came with it no longer USBs. Don't think the contact cleaner will make the jog wheel spring back. Oh dear. It's a broken bit inside. That's not good. You'll have to modify it to have buttons instead. Some nice big clicky buttons on it. Right, I've got 2 discs that I've not used at all. So I'm thinking I'm just going to quickly initialize them. So DKA 400. Called Zoe D4. Be hard as it's a jog up, down and press in. That's just 3 buttons. One for up, one for down, one for press in. Mine's the same. Jog up, jog down. Where are we? Oh, that's gonna have gone to sleep now, isn't it? That one there. Focus. There's mine. Jog up, jog down, push in. It's only 3 buttons. You can do that, I'm sure. No, where are we? dirstar.com. Strange on this one, isn't it? Start at V5, that's it. Be messy and easily damaged given the iod lives in your handbag. Fair enough. Okay. Oh, of course, not startup, is it? It's sys startup. Okay, and I want to put another couple of mounts in. Mount / system DKA KA 400 Zoe D4. Mount / system DKA 500 Zoe D5. Press the right button this time. Mount them. There we go. 4 1.5 gigabyte hard drives on a VAXstation 2000. That's 6 gigabytes of file storage space on a VAXstation 2000, something that's never been heard of before, I'm sure. Right. Shut it down again. I think we're done with the mods. Now I just need to remount the Blue Scuzzy in a better way and put it back together again. Wondering if you can get a replacement jog wheel off AliExpress or somewhere like that. But in searching, it's shown me, for some reason, brake pads. Would you buy brake pads from AliExpress? The single most important part of any vehicle, the part that stops you from hitting things, would you trust that to cheap brake pads from AliExpress? I think not. I mean, looking for jog wheel button doesn't really give any sensible results, so I don't know what... Don't trust that cheap brake pads from your garage, no. Reminds me I need to do my brake pads on my car sometime soon. One of the downsides of driving an automatic is it chews through brake pads. No, not going to find anything there. I need to know what the actual part is, or have a look on Mouser or something. See if we can find the right part or a similar enough part. Right, we can put these screws back in again now, which I didn't need to take out, because I didn't need to open it up. I can't see where the screws go. There. Stand up. That would help.
Ads have started.
Getting cold? Get under the duvet then, woman. Right, how can I mount this better? It's got to be held up enough so that it doesn't short against that post there, which is in a completely pointless position for this because nothing lines up with it. It's got to be held up high enough as well so that it fits over the lip at the back, and firmly enough that it doesn't keep falling off.
Thanks for enduring those ads.
I don't think I've got anything solid enough. Let's just get my box of fixings down. At the moment it's just using number plate tape, which is crap. Sticky but crap. Velcro? Yeah, I do have some rather aged Velcro here. I'm not worried about removing it. If anything, I want it to stay in permanently. So I do have Velcro, but it's lost its stickiness. It's that old. It's no longer really sticky. Or it's stuck to itself. I mean, this was wound up with nothing in between, so it's just, ugh. I don't know. But even that's not going to be thick enough. I need to raise it up off the bottom a bit somehow. I need a block to put it on or something. Have I got anything? It's got to be a janky solution, otherwise it wouldn't be my solution. There's always huge gobs of hot melt glue. Build up pillars of hot melt glue. That would work, actually. Large quantities of hot melt glue. Can't be beaten. I've got plenty of glue sticks. You need to stick a Fritzbox router to the wall at a site. Hot melt glue. In fact, hot melt glue would be better than this stuff because this is a pain to get off. It just disintegrates. Whereas hot melt glue you can get off easily. My preferred tape, of course, is 3M's VHB, very high bond, which acts just like this, but doesn't disintegrate like this does. And of course here we've got a great big glob of corrosion. Oh, stuff it. That's enough. Because it's a foam tape, so the foam just disintegrates. It's horrible. It was cheap. It was dirt cheap. And I'm never buying it again. I'll leave that crap in the middle there. Not that bothered, to be honest. This wants to go here, and it needs to be raised up above the height of that pillar. So maybe I'll we want front and back, really. So if I start off just with some big blobs. Hey, it's a Balgemit. But lol.
Welcome back, Ben. Hope you're cooking something good tonight.
It's a Ben. Where? Where's there a Ben? There's a wild Ben has entered the chat. That might be enough thickness. Command strips are good, yes, but I'm out of those as well. But I've even used command strips to mount monitors on the wall. Didn't trust it, but it worked. That might be enough thickness. You've added one to the chat ranks. Bot thickness. Well, it's got to be thicker than this standoff here. So we're talking about 5mm. Problem is it keeps on oozing out sideways. So I need to let it cool for a bit and then add another layer on top of it. So I might just stick a blob here. I don't really want to put it there because it's on the sticky that. In fact, I might have another go at taking off a bit of this from here. There we go. And that's going to go to around about here, isn't it? So I'm going to stick a blob just there. We're upgrading to hot glue, yeah. Because sticky wasn't working. Sticky wasn't sticking. It has, but they are in a stupid location. There is one here, one here, one here. Absolutely nothing down here. At all. They just slipped a couple in as an afterthought. .3D printed carrier to fit in those existing standoffs and provide mounting points. Yeah, no. Too much like hard work. Just a couple of blobs of hot glue will do the job. As long as the blobs are thick enough to get over that standoff. Thing is, that standoff is underneath the board, so it's kind of in the way. And it's also right where there's a jumper, through-hole jumper. So I'm going to put a bit of hot glue on the board where the jumper pins are as protection. Right, these have gone white now. Let's stick a blob on each one. Build them up. Through-hole jumper is a trained kangaroo, yes. Not seen any 3D modelling streams yet. What software do I use for designing? Usually Blender. Well, the thing with hot glue is it's permanent enough without being permanently permanent. The correct sound of a glue gun is splurked. Yeah, that pretty much sums it up. Splurked. With maybe a bit of a fart at the end. Curved line mouth and I'll be finished. Maybe not that quite big a fart. That's more like it, yeah. Hot glue is permanently impermanent. Does that impermanence persist permanently? It does, yes. It'll peel off metal quite easily. Or if you do have problems, just add a bit of alcohol and you'll forget all about it.
It seems Ben's evening cooking might involve hot glue and questionable mounting techniques tonight.
Well, we don't talk about questionable mounting techniques. Not around G-Pin. Alcohol? Where? Right here. Start swimming to Ben's house. It's a long swim. You only engage in questionable mounting techniques when you have attractive people around for dinner. No point on your own. I think the front is high enough now. Just need to get this bit here a bit thicker. It must have been this time in 2018 you last had people over for dinner. That is depressing. We need a dinner party at Ben's. Who's up for it? I'm close enough to visit Ben. If we could eat PCBs, we'd be onto a winner, yep. Good 4 hours from literally anyone, but hey ho. Well, you had the option of calling in when you came down to Bristol a few weeks back. I'm not going to Ipswich. Even for deck equipment, I'm not going to Ipswich. It's too far. You don't just go to Ipswich. In Soviet Russia, Ipswich goes to you. You have the Northern Powerhouse, whatever that is, yeah. Isn't that the local brewery? That's still a bit cheesy. You have to spend time in Ipswich. Strange times those, yes. Ben's taking the sane way out to do it off stream. Ah, but content! We're always striving for content. Everything has to be content. We've got to create content. Don't do things off stream. If you're buying more copper clad, you might as well send it out. Have I still got or not? I thought I had some spare copper clad kicking around. If I had, you can have it. Maybe it's down here.
Ads are starting.
sure I still had some copper clad kicking around. Oh. Maybe not. Maybe not.
During those ads.
No. Not down here, is it? No. Not up there. No. I'm sure I still had some around. Oh well. If I come across it, I'll put it on one side for you, Ben. You're welcome to it. Ow! My toe! Found it. It was actually kicking around. Ha 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 ha. They sent me a 10% discount code earlier. Alright, let's see what this looks like. That looks good. Put some blobs of hot glue on and we stick it down. Someone's annoyed at having not noticed the camera was pointing directly at the heap of crap on the kitchen floor last night. I thought it was just the default state. Whichever way the camera points, there's a heap of crap. A bit like in here. Right, this needs to cool down now. Where is that copper clad? It's not on here somewhere, is it? No. Maybe I ditched it because I wasn't using it. It was on my shelves here for ages. Then I thought I'd put it in the cupboard. Maybe it's in the other cupboard. I found it. Copper clad. SRBP, that's fine. Needs a clean, but you've got acetone. It's yours if you want it. Just got to get it to you. That's 3 A4 sheets and some offcuts. So right, that is well and truly fixed in now. Let's just sort the cable out so that it folds properly. There we go. And we can put the SD card in, and it's not going to flop around anymore. You were using SRBP last night. I thought you probably were. No point in anything fancy for home etching. Right, I think that's ready. I just want to make sure it still works. Give it another boot up. The Jaxie. Less punishing on the drill bits, absolutely yes. You don't need your diamond tipped ones, whatever, yes. Well, she's powering up. I've removed the video card and switched it permanently into server mode. Let's get the right screen. I'm still getting this system error at startup, and I don't know why. The system works perfectly, it just tells me there's an error. I think it's because the ROMs are patched and hacked. It doesn't quite know what it's doing. Booted into Windows 10 because my Windows 10 computer has a real serial port on it. My Linux one doesn't, and the UART adapter thing is just shite. I do have a different one I could boot into with a real serial port, which is my Windows 98 computer. So either way we get Windows. And if I wanted to boot into Windows 98, I would have to go down to the garage to get my PS2 keyboard, because I think I've only got one of those at the moment, and it's currently plugged in to Delroy. If it's a real serial port and not just a USB serial adapter on a card, I've got no room for it in the computer anyway. I prefer Win doesn't, yes. There's no spare slots in my computer to take it anyway. 2 RS-232 and 1 LPT. Cool. If it's real serial and not just a USB UART dongle on a card, which a lot of them are, because it's cheap and easy. Got them to talk to petrol pumps. Cool. There's no room in my computer to take one anyway. So thanks for the offer, but no, I don't need one, thanks. I still have this plan to make my own terminal server / USB interface thing. Most embedded stuff can be very fussy, especially older stuff. Hence, having to use a real serial port on this, yeah. My plan is, I'm going to take a PIC32 MX 795F512L chip, which has got 6 UARTs on it. Those 6 UARTs, coupled with 4 I/O pins each, 2 input, 2 output, will go into a bank of 6, which chip was it? XR32330 chips, which are 3 driver, 3 receiver RS-232 transceivers, which will take the TX and RX, the RTS, DTS, and RTS, CTS, and DTR, DCD, or whatever it is, the equivalent of, per chip. So 6 of those going to 6 RJ45 ports, wired up with this standard arrangement. So that's the same as my other terminal server. USB port, and that's it basically. Maybe an ESP32 added on the side as well for a bit of Wi-Fi-ness, maybe. Possibly, we'll see. And all in a nice little box and sat on my desk. That's my plan anyway. So it gives me 6 real hardware serial ports. That might be my next PCB design that we do. You've got an 8 or 16 port serial card upstairs. Nice. Sounds rather useful. Yeah, that's the idea. Yeah, it gives you basically the same sort of functionality that my main terminal server down in the garage gives me, but as a small unit on the desktop. There we go, there's our 4 discs all mounted off the SD card. You need to get into KiCad properly and get something made. Well, tune into our next PCB designing stream. Don't know when it'll be. I detest KiCad too, but it's the standard for open source stuff these days, really. It's what everybody uses, so it's what you're expected to use. I hate it, but yeah. It's a mental health issue in the making. It is a mental health issue in itself. So, yeah. Right, that boots. Now I can put the lid on and call it done. And then take it back down to the garage. Oh, Perl. We used to use Perl at work to connect all the terminals up to our RS6000s. We had them scattered across the country, connected through 64 kilobit leased lines. You stick with dip trace, fair enough, yeah. Let's see if your little boxes still work. No, I've got a Lantronix ETS16 PR down in the garage. That's my main terminal server. That's all my old stuff connects to. 16 port. Works really nicely. I love it. I got it at an absolute steal. 30 quid I got it for. Just 30 quid. And I want another one. But looking around, they all go for hundreds of pounds. I don't know how I got this one for 30. It was at the, I think it was the British Heart Foundation sold it through eBay, and I snapped it up at 30 quid. They really didn't know what they had. But I just can't get another one at a similar price. Hence I want to make my own. Right. So Zoe is happy-ish now. Actually, that wants to stay on there, doesn't it? That adapter goes into what is now the console port, rather than the debug port. A lot of stuff you buy spares or repairs and then just the fixing, yes. There she is, upside down. Let's turn her over. And she can go back down to her place in the garage. And why has this moved? I must have kicked it whilst hunting for things. There we go. One of the air ambulance down south sold you a Nortel BCM PBX for a tenner. Nice. You don't have a breakout for the RJ21, so you haven't tried it out yet. Early BCMs were fun. That's going to be fun on stream. Stream content, definitely, Ben. 100%. Windows 2000 based, and Nortel lost the source, so their updates were raw patches to the running code. Ooh, oh dear. That sounds like a nightmare, Chloe. So we've got a second serial port there, we've got the console port there, we've got what's labelled as the printer port there, which is also the debug port, and we've got the communications port there. So it's 4 serial ports. I would like to keep my eyes open, well, I am keeping my eyes open, for the serial card that can go in this. I've only heard, or sort of seen it mentioned in passing in another manual. I think. Where is it? Or I found the manual for it. Where was it? That's all I've got, isn't it? That's the 4-plane that I've just taken out. That's the one, yes. The DHT32 asynchronous serial line option. I'd love to find one. This is all I've managed to find that even acknowledges that it exists. The DHT32 serial line option adds 8 serial lines to the Microvax 2000 system. The serial lines are implemented with a DHU style interface and support data lead, no modem control type serial lines. Consists of a controller module, a driver receiver module and cables. I had a major system at a previous job written in TCL. Oh, had the source code, but everyone with any knowledge of the inner workings had left the company, so they tended not to touch it. It's not as bad as the Rainbow. It has an enhanced comms option board at launch, but between the motherboard having dedicated connectors for the various options and the Winchester adapter being a later addition, if you have a hard drive you can't have the fancy comms ports, yes. Mind you, you have a dead hard drive, so worst of both worlds, yes. 2-layer printed circuit board measuring 26 by 19 and weighing 297.67 grams. It connects to the Microvax 2000 system module by way of 2 40-pin connectors on the system module. All power, ground and data address lines come through these connectors, basically the video connector. But you've got these not connected ones that are basically the video. Yep, absolutely I need to finish the MFM system. That's going to be a while yet because it's got a lot of programming to work out on it. Yep, there it is. A replacement for the video card, which is basically an 8-port serial card. You might even trade me that dead hard drive for one. Well, I'm going to need timing information for the RD51. So I need an RD51 that's spinning with some data on it in order to emulate it. It's the DHT32, did they call it? DHT32.
Please note, adverts have begun.
Which goes where the Blue Scuzzy is at the moment. The breakout board. Spinning and functional aren't always synonymous, yeah. We will see if we can get it spinning. Of course, there's the DHT32 temperature and humidity sensor, isn't there, for the ESP32 DHT11, DHT22, whatever. There appears to be 0 pictures
Thanks for enduring those ads.
this card. So it may not exist. The quarry who did it, the IT for years had some terminal servers with nasty connectors. Looked like APHC. They were 10P10C. Ooh, nasty. That is nasty. So yeah, this DHT32 just may be unobtainium. Not even any schematics for it. But it may be recreatable, given that we've got how it works and what its registers are, and that it's DEC, so it's going to be pretty simple and straightforward interfacing. So, so it may be possible to recreate it. Who knows? Anyway. That's pie in the sky stuff. Can't even get a crimp tool for them now, no. Not nice things. Not nice at all. Right, well, I am done for the night now, I think. It's 10 o'clock. Close down a few windows. And yes, pie in the sky. Pie man to pie pilot. Open the Bombay Bay doors. Open the Bombay duck. You're fried, are you? I feel a bit fried too. Right, I've got to go carry this down to the garage and plumb her back in again now. And hope she still works when I do that. But until... Right, I'll be back tomorrow, won't I? I hope I make you feel better. Good. Where I shall be looking at this again tomorrow. Bit more work on this. The MFM emulator. See if we can get this going. I can't wait to get this working to a state where I can boot the PDP-11 off it. That'll be a wonderful day. I will be. I think I'll be back tomorrow. I intend to be back tomorrow. Whether I will be or not, though, is out of my control, really. I intend to be back tomorrow. I plan to be back tomorrow. Yeah, we shall be having a play with that tomorrow. See what the next stage is. Very much enjoying the after work stream viewing. Glad you're here to watch it. It's nice having people around while I tinker with things. And put out cider as a lure. I must go and pick some cider up. I keep running out. The problem is, if I buy cider, I drink it, and then I'm out of cider. I tried to reply with "I'll be back tomorrow" with a sound clip, but he got confused about which one and missed the moment. Oh.
Horror stories tonight.
Down started buying cider, yes. Only one can left yourself right now, that's not good. Yeah, I must pick some up. Especially as it's Halloween this weekend and Ben's going to be doing silly things, no doubt. Have you got yourself some decent nail varnish for Halloween, Ben, at the very least? There's an upside of buying cider. Oh, there is. You get to drink cider. You've got to get yourself some fancy nail varnish for Halloween. Or just black, since it's Halloween. Or spider webs. Go down the local nail bar and get spider webs on your fingernails. I don't want to see your nails, thank you. I've heard about your nails. It escapes out the hole in the top. Yes, it does. Straight down my throat. Try the disappointing green one again. Oh. Have you got UV glow in the dark? Get some black lights going. Just iridescent. Oh. Do each one a different colour. I still say you should go down the local nail bar and get spiders and cobwebs on them. Yeah, my nails are disgusting. And the worst one is that one, which has never grown back properly since it got ripped in half when I came off my bike once. It's just a mangled mess, that one. Ugh. Yeah, acrylics. Get yourself some glow-in-the-dark acrylics. Still have a hole in one of yours, yeah. Mine are in terrible shape. I keep biting them, which doesn't help, yeah. Just the thought of them gives you the ick. You only have to have them on for the duration of your stream. It's only an hour. Right, yep, I'm out of here. I will be back tomorrow. Ben will be back on Friday with glow-in-the-dark nails. Then it shall be all weekend, and I shall endeavour to post Shelby on Friday, Saturday and Sunday. Because you're not doing Saturday this week, are you, Ben? You said you're away this Saturday. So I'll have to do all 3 days on a post Shelby. Can't do either this week. Family visiting, fair enough. So yeah, I'll be back tomorrow. Then Ben Friday early. I'll be then Friday late, Saturday late, Sunday late, and Monday normal time. There's no getting rid of me at the moment. Streaming almost every bloody day. Alternate Thursday, son. No, Thursday's my main streaming day. I can't alternate Thursday. Oh, right, yeah, okay. Thursday, Saturday, Friday, Sunday, and I do Monday, yeah. And you do Tuesday. And nobody really does Wednesday, apart from when I have a day off choir. We need to find somebody to regularly fill Thursday slot. No, Wednesday slot, I mean. And I vote for Carrot House. I vote Carrot House starts streaming on a Wednesday. But he refuses to even consider the idea. Wednesday is such a boring day, yes. When I do get the day off choir, which seems to be happening more and more at the moment, I'm not sure it's worth paying my choir fees, actually, then I do stream, but you're all at work when we'd be available. Oh. I have to pay, yes, I know. They should be paying me, but I have to pay. Bully Shelby into it. No, he'll never stream during the week. He's a weekend streamer. MJ, feel like streaming at 4 o'clock in the morning? Oh, I do that without trying, Daft Bunkle. That happens normally anyway. Anyway, time to finish. I'll be back tomorrow looking at the emulator. But until then, let's go get the bot to taunt us, shall we? You're welcome, G-Pin. I'll see you all tomorrow. Have a good night.
I maybe shouldn't have done that.
Done what? Done a no-no.
Hoga! I maybe shouldn't have done that.
No, God! No, God, please, no! 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 No!
Come on, bot, hurry up. Here he comes.
Okay. Here's an outro message incorporating all the details you provided to all right, everyone. Thanks so much for joining the stream today. It was great having you all here to tweak Zoe. A massive thank you to Stream Elements, Achenko Bot, Hot Rocks, Girl, the Vixo, PJD900900, and Vitakino, Sir Stuzalahu. Let's be honest, dominated the fart leaderboard with his solid 2. Chloe Raccoon, Martin X, Daft Ponkel, Jeepin 24/7, Manchenko Tech, our beloved pet Canadian, Pissy Markers, and MJ for the awesome conversation. A special shout out to any new subscribers, raiders, and followers. Welcome to the community. We appreciate your support. Thanks again for hanging out, and we'll see you next time.
If it was a solid 2, it wasn't a fart, was it?